Hello guys, this is Avcoor and we're doing a update video of the new version 3.15 that's coming out. And in the next video we're actually going to look at how the people in Asia view PvP and PvE content. This guy is very talkative and he shares a lot of his opinions, but let's get into it. This is Yig. They call, I don't know, I'm using Google Translate, they call her Eagle. But this character is interesting for me and is someone I'm actually looking to roll for. First of all, before we get into skills and whatnot, she is actually lightning, which is important for me as I do not have a lightning mage. I actually want to get Nola for team synergy in order to build a lightning based team. But this character I think will actually outshine Nola, but I reserve my full judgment until I see the stats and the overall character composition. Another thing that is important for me and may not be important for you is the fact that she uses magical props. I would like to say this, that it's important that you have characters in your barracks that can share equipment. This allows you to maximize your resources and not waste things, because in this game you'll find that certain characters use certain equipment, and if you have characters that use the same equipment, you save a lot of time and resources. Excuse me. So let's go into the unique passive. Causation in sequence. You have grade 3, 5, 7, and 9. For every unit within 3 tiles, you deal, and this is important, you deal more damage up to, for one person it's 2. If you have 4, it's 8. If you have 1, it's 3. But if you have 4, it's 12 type deal, all the way to 20%. This is super important because it shows you how you should use this character. And you actually want to use this character in AoE tank push, which is fine. And you can actually use her as a single target character. And the second part, which is super important for PvP, is the fact that she grants agility to at least 2 units, because I would like to look at them in the lens of you just getting them, because it takes a lot of money and resources to take them to 9 stars, where at 9 stars it will be 4 allies, which will be super amazing. But I don't expect people to play this game and spend that much money. So 2 is really good anyway. And if you position her in such a way, you'll always be able to control which 2 units that gets that mobility boost, which is excellent. And it starts off the amazing synergy in this character's kit. Floating lightning, 2-round skill, range 2, single target magic attack, 1.4 times damage, and it increases your chance to crit by 20%. Super important. After a battle, you can change your position by selecting an ally within 3 squares around you. This is incredible. What you do is basically you move her up, you attack, and then you switch positions with a character within her range. This allows for a lot of flexibility in PvP and in PvE content. This is one of those skills that I think you would kind of want on her always, but depending on how you want to play her, that may change, but it's super consistent. So Thunderous Sprays is a 1-cost skill. When using this skill, all allies within range gain focus status, and this is range of self. So you get chance to crit plus 30%. This is super important for lightning based teams, because the lightning element relies heavily on crit. Like even characters who are warriors and who are wizards actually tap into crit. So this is really important for them. And it's also important for PvP because crit is important in PvP. So this is a really good buff, but I would like to see her other passes before I say this is like the 1-cost skill you should have. And then lastly, her rage skill, which costs 2, cooldown 3. the range itself again. So you actually have to position her near the opponent in order to get the effect. You deal zero point 0.7 times damage to all enemies within range of her, and you increase your critical chance by 10% for each buff that you possess. And every time, and just remember, the movement buff that she may have prior to that actually counts towards that one. So that's pretty good synergy as she provides her own buff, and with other characters you can actually increase that buff. So you get a maximum of 30, so you only need 3 buffs. Each time this skill deals critical damage, the cooldown of this skill will be reduced by 1 and immediately gain 1 rage. This is why you want to have her crit really high, so you can spam this skill. Excuse me. I think they're getting to the point where they want you to try to spam a skill, and that happened in Langresser, so I'm not shocked by that. Depending on how effective it is, because you don't know if it's for each unit that you hit with the AoE skill that you can do this, it would be kind of broken if you do. So if it's like I hit everybody in range, and if I crit like 4 units, if I crit 3 units, then I get to use this skill next turn. That would be kind of broken. So we'll see if it works that way. And Yig comes with a leadership skill. When Yig, Ranger, and Priest are in the same team, you activate your leadership skill, and you get increased damage by 10% when they have effect increased mobility. Once again, her kit synergy is really high. Kind of mistake they made with other characters that they previously made, so it looks like the devs are getting better. But this is the character that I want, that I talked about in my earlier video. I actually want Yig, because not only is she a strong lightning unit, but she comes with her own leadership skill, which is kind of the reason why I wanted Nola and Richard, because I don't have strong units. So this one is a really good one to have, and her unique weapon is really good. For each buff you have, your crit will increase by 1%, up to a maximum of 3%. When you possess 3 buffs or more, your attribute and skill range increase by 1. So I know skill range works for single targeted attacks. I do not know what attribute range means, because if that means AoE range, that would be like kind of nasty. So that would be nasty if it was. So we'll see like when she fully comes out what that is. The new Thunder Mage Yig is about to debut. Possesses certain attack and auxiliary capabilities, and can increase critical damage of allies while possessing single target attack and range attack skills. Excuse me. Additionally, after an attack, you can swap places. Oh, okay. So I was right. You can swap places with selected allies, increasing your team's mobility. Yig's leader skill will increase the attack and defense of allies on the battlefield. As a hero who combines offense and support, he will provide players with a new combat experience. So I think this is a really good character, hands down. Okay, when we look at Zelburn, note that these 2 characters we already seen. If you saw my videos under a nightmare, we've already played these characters. They just weren't fleshed out, and even though they were not fleshed out, they were not given like a full skill set, they were still pretty effective. So Zelburn is a dark ranger, and she has a lance. A dark ranger is kind of unique, because we're seeing that dark core form. I knew this was coming, that they would actually make a really good dark unit. I thought it was going to be Archer, but I guess they're waiting on that. But we're definitely getting a dark ranger here. So you have Catherine, you have Susie and Susan, and you have Alicia, and this makes number 4. So we have 4 dark SS. Oh, and Peacock. So you have a full functional dark core if you're interested in making that. But let's see what she has, if she can like really help out dark team. Her unique passive is End of Day, Return of Night. Ignore enemy distractions while acting. So I don't. Is that ignore guard? If that was ignore guard, that'd be pretty broken. But I don't know. Whenever there is an enemy within 2 to 3 squares, all attributes except HP will increase by 4, 5, 6, and 7%, which will at max is 21. But 12 is not bad. A 12% increase in stats is not bad, especially when you're an assassin. So the closer she gets to her opponent, the higher her stats are. And if she moves into a group of units, her stats get pretty high. So you actually would like to have more stars on this character. Gain Dark Scare after casting a skill. Activated every 2 rounds. Dark Scale increases damage immunity by 50%. Cannot be removed. Disappears with damage. That's pretty good. So I'm guessing she does not have the I can avoid one attack trait that other assassins have. So they're trying a new formula. I don't know how good it will work because we live in the world of Charlotte. So it disappears when you just damage. So Charlotte potentially hits twice. So what if Charlotte hits and then she hits again? I guess they're banking on the fact that combined with a damage immunity plus 50%, that you'll have her unique passive to a place where if Charlotte does one hit, she does a little bit of damage, and then she does the next hit, it'll do a lot of damage, but it won't kill her. So I think that's the strategy going into that. How effective that is, I don't know, because good Charlottes in PvP deal massive amounts of damage. So I don't know how good that's going to be. Dark Pupil and Shadow deal 0.5 damage to all enemies within range and grant seal status. Immune to invalidation of all passive skills. So she can't lose her passive. Is that what that's saying? We'll have to look when she actually comes out because I don't know what that is saying. Death Threat. So this is a 1 cost. So this is 2 costs. Range is 2 squares of self. Okay, so this is 1 cost. At the end of action, if there's enemies with less than 20% HP within 2 circles, so that's 2 rings, which is a massive range. Fixed damage will be dealt to all enemies within. Wow, that's insane. Wow, that's probably going to be your like ultimate passive. That's stupid. So this is what it's saying. She attacks, and if she didn't kill somebody in that range, she punishes everybody. She basically says, if you don't let me kill this unit, I'm gonna like really hurt you bad. So you're gonna need like the equipment that makes you immune to fixed damage or reduces fixed damage, because that's pretty stupid. Two circles of range is pretty big. That's pretty big. But the trick is you have to get them to less than 20% damage, HP. So you should be able to do that with her kit. That's what they're saying with this skill, which is really good if you can do that. But like you got Sighart and Charlotte and Richard and Gabriel. It's gonna be kind of hard, but I guess she's got massive like damage output. Soul of Death. You got 2 costs, 2 cooldowns, 1 range. Single attack. 1.5 is good multiplier. When the target is defeated, deal fixed damage once. 20% of physical attack power to all surrounding enemies within 2 squares. Otherwise, restore on HP. Oh, okay, that's really good. So if you kill a unit, you deal fixed damage, which actually stacks on top of Death Threat. But if you don't, you like get your HP back, which is really good. I think this is a really solid skill. So she got two costs. We have to talk about how you would situate her skills. Anyway, the rage skill is Dance of the Dark Dragon. Deals 0.6 damage to all enemies within range and 20% extra damage to mage. This is bad. It's good for the character, but it's bad because mages as a whole, when we start really looking into PvP, are so squishy that the AoE meta is actually choking them. Like, if you look at people who did their tier list, like, I think the Warden and other guys like that, I agree with what they're saying. Mages are so squishy, you really can't like make them tier 0 because they just die too fast, and this actually shortens their lifespan. I don't like this skill. At the end of action, gain return of death status. Last one round. When you have dark scale and return of death, it will merge into dark night dragon breed. That's one round. Return from death. When the status disappears or reset, deal one fixed amount of damage to all enemies within 2 rounds. Oh wow! Oh wow! That's brutal. The dark scale increases damage immunity by 50%, so we already know about that. So what they're saying is, if you didn't have like dark scale, you get dark scale. Is that what it's saying? Return? Oh, no, you just get return of death. At the end of the action, you gain return from death status. When you have dark scale and death return, merging the Dark Knight Dragon, damage immunity increased by 80%. Okay, that's brutal. So this is the skill you want in PvP all the time, because that's brutal. That's brutal, and it doesn't have a rage penalty, so that's brutal. Thank goodness the cooldown is 4 rounds. Oh, that's brutal. Damage immunity 80%. When status disappears, deal fixed damage once to all enemies within. Oh, that's brutal. So basically, she's like threatening you. If you hit me, I take like hardly no damage, and when the status disappears, I deal fixed damage to you. That's a pretty solid skill. So I knew this was going to happen. I figured that this is going to happen. I've talked about it, but we're going to have a dark light meta soon. It's going to be dark and light, and then you have like a couple of like really powerful characters like Charlotte floating into the pool. So, because if you're making a character like this, that's where we're headed. So we can assume we're getting a better dark tank. We're going to assume we're getting a better dark healer. Because we already have Susie and Susan, which add to this AoE nightmare. So when you combine Susie and Susan, Catherine, and this chick, so you got your dark core right there. And that's the 3 dark characters you need. You use Richard, and you have Clefairy, and this is kind of over. Yeah, it's kind of over. Or if you wanted to, you could take Richard out, put Kabir. So it's Kabir, this chick, and Susie and Susan, and you could have Charlotte and Clefairy. You could do that too. Yeah, so we're going into a dark light meta. I figured this was happening. So let's see what else. Let's see what else is going on here. And notice that the weapons that they're giving them are attack and HP, which are the 2 best stats you can give a weapon, which they didn't have on like the other weapons. You get magic attack 4 and HP 4. So the devs are giving them better exclusive weapons. So I don't know about the rates of these characters. They might not be like, they may be bad rates because the characters are so good. Physical penetration and crit rate increased by 1% for each block move before an active attack. This is already getting brutal. At the end of action, if you have dark scale or dark dragon status, all enemies will take 1 random cause debuff status. So this is, yeah. So we're getting into the dark core, because what happens is you actually want her to go first. You actually want this character to go first. She goes in with her exclusive weapon. She attacks. She automatically gets dark skill no matter what level she's at. She'll automatically get dark skill on that first run. So you debuff, like you get 1 debuff on everybody, and then you follow up with Susie and Susan. The thing about AoE strategies that I'm seeing in Korea is AoE strategies work because they take less brain power. Because what you have to do as the opponent facing a strategy like this, you have to heal your characters because there's more follow AoE. So you can't really kill this character on the first turn because you're actually going to waste your turn. So either you find a way to overpower this character and kill them, or either you move your characters away. It's a bad situation. So we're seeing some toxic meta here. So this is what they're saying. The biggest feature of this dark attribute Zervanant is damage immunity and fixed damage. Duh. Immunity is an important ability that improves the survivability and on the battlefield as a ranger. So if this character is as fleshed out as I think it is, then we're gonna see Simi kind of like be challenged because she's doing more than Simi. Because Simi is a single target unit. She's not AOE. She has like no like real deep set of AOE skills, and she's not doing fixed damage, and she's not doing AOE fixed damage. At the same time, certain fixed damage after casting a skill can cause extra damage to a powerful after a powerful attack poses a great threat. This is really toxic. Of course, she's a good character, but I don't like her because she's so toxic. But if I get a chance to get her, I'm gonna try because that's really nasty. Wow, that's nasty. That's nasty. Oh goodness, that's nasty. This character is really nasty. So let's look at the new equipment. Crown of Perk Pure Moon. Magic defense HP, which is pretty solid. Mage and Priest. At the end of action, if there's an ally within one block, you and a random ally gain hard armor stats, increases your defense. Not bad, average, not bad. World Tree Rogue Flute. Mage and Priest again. Excuse me. Physical damage 5. When HP is higher than 50%, critical strike rate is reduced by 18%. This is important because crit is important in PvP. Crit actually gives you over that hurdle where otherwise you could not kill a unit, and healers are pretty bulky in PvP, so this is important. Demon Wings, Warrior, Tank, Ranger, Archer, Mage, Priest, Holy Devil, Physical Attack Power, and Light. This is really good stats starting off. When using group skills, if there are enemies around for 2 rounds, damage increases by 2%. So this is for what I'm taking. This is for physical attack AOE, pretty much for like the new character. This is really good for a new character. It's not good for wizards or priests because it's physical attack power, which they cannot use. So yeah, this is really good. So we're looking at dark meta, man. That's what I'm saying. Or we're looking at AOE meta, definitely AOE meta. So we get new music, Fine Picnic. So this is March 15, Wednesday after update. Song God will rise, form, present, less viruses. Okay, limited content, story levels, which is good. Achievement levels and boss challenges, that's good. After earning Squirrel the Win, by talking to Alicia, you can enter a story stage. The character will participate in the picnic by consuming scroll. You get Star Keys, Creations, Soul Stone. That's Star Keys good. Crafting, core, and other props in the event store. That's pretty good. This is all good stuff here. This is really good stuff. And it's free. This is good stuff. This is actually good stuff too. For the achievement level, this is not important as it's just like, this is not important, but the rest of the stuff is important. This is really good. Then boss challenge will be available during the second week of the event. After challenging the boss level, the strongest like heroes kill boss in a certain round and get points. Oh, that's really good. So dark, so light characters are good there, and you get fire characters are good there. After reach a certain scope, we'll get corresponding most random SSR runes, 4 stars, really good. Dual time and helmets, limited badges, but SSR runes, that's really good. And Dice Festival, so you toss a dice and you get this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I have to really look at it to judge the value. Complete tasks during the event and get exclusive event props, cat dice. Throw the obtain cat dice and let the black cat move many squares. As the number of eyes on the dice at the reaching specific squares, you can get sandwiches, rune fragments, which are good. Rune fragments are good. And other rewards. The rewards of each square can be obtained repeatedly. You can also get 1 lucky point every time you roll the dice. When your lucky value reaches 40, you'll definitely get the blue sky feather. Alright. Obtain blue sky can be achieved with rares such as Apocalypse Stone Fragments, Creation Soul Stone, which is really good. In addition to Black Cat, completes a certain number of laps. You can also get limited business card background, which is not important. This is not important. And one-time recipe pure crown of pure moon. Oh, that's important. Oh, crown of pure moon. Is that up here? Crown of pure moon. Okay, so you can actually get this for free. Okay, that sounds good. All right. Crown of pure moon and one-time recipe. She did. I don't know what. Shy Yingyu. Is that something up there too? Okay. Nope. So it's something different, or is this translation problem? But pure crown of pure moon is good. Women's Day celebration. During the event, unexpected characters will appear on war mobs to commemorate Saturnalia. The limited accidental counter can be viewed for an adventure outdoor encounter. At the clear level, you can get limited items, desert of fun god, exclusive item of dice of cat die. That's pretty good. The Fakes Festival Duperita invitation is grandly held, waiting for the present stranger. During this event, invite new strangers and strangers who have been active for a long time to participate in the festival event. Through link, copy the event. I don't like that. After completing specific tasks, you can get Key of Heaven reward from invited strangers invited. I don't like that because it's gonna be hard. Because I live in America, so I don't know. I don't know anybody. So let's look at the new features. The pause button has been added to Records of Night Council. This is pretty important because if you want to look at your strategy, how you lost or how you won, being able to pause and like observe, we'll be using that the more we play PvP. The skip battle function has been added to challenge levels other than the final boss of Infinite Dream. This is important because I play Infinite Dream a lot. That's super important. Added a dedicated channel for guild recruitment to optimize world dialogue environment. Pretty good. Added the potential ranking arrangement function. Oh, so you can arrange your rooms according to potential. Not as, it's convenient, but if you're just starting out, it's not that good. After confirmed the inconvenience caused by continuous notification, the notification function is optimized by enchanting. Okay. Other rewards and activities can be found in Spring Large Scale Update List to view. Gentiles. This translation. Saturnalia is about to get this translation, man. Wow. Yeah. But anyways, there's some good stuff coming. I actually like it, but this hero is so toxic. It kind of makes me upset that they made her. Wow, she's so toxic. Well, let's see if she turns out not to be as good. Because I said Jim was really good, and he turned out not to be as good. But this character seems like, from just raw experience, she seems to be good. Yig is definitely good, but I don't know how like game breaking she is. But this character has the potential to be really game breaking. But anyways, if you like my content, hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day and goodbye.